Hi everyone, I'm Philipp from DeSci Labs and I will show you how easy and quick it is to share your research with the DeSci Publish application. So the first thing is you go to publish.desci.com and then you log in by going here to the upper right side. You get a menu, you can log in with various options. I'm going to choose to log in with OrgID. That has the advantage that it automatically links the publication to my OrgID record. So whatever I do here can be automatically credited on my OrgID record. And one of the really nice things about DeSci Publish is that you can not only share your manuscripts, but also data and code and other things. And the reason I'm going to do this today is because I want to get a DOI and publication record for a data set for a research paper that I published a while ago and where I haven't made the data previously available. So the first thing is that I'm going to upload my manuscript. So this is happening right now. And our AI tools, they're automatically extracting the title and the abstract. So you just check, has this worked correctly? Yes, this looks good. Then I say, I want to receive a DOI. So that's going to help me later to get credit for the data set that I'm sharing. And here at the second stage, I can now upload additional files to the manuscript. So this could be links to a GitHub repository, for example. So here, this could be done here. You can enter a URL link or you can link it to your Google Drive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this data set that we created back in the days. And I'm going to say upload the selected files. So this has happened now. And you see here on these little buttons on the right, you can actually interact with the files that you uploaded. So each of these files now automatically has a persistent identifier, so a content identifier, with which this content can actually be searched and found on a distributed peer-to-peer network. So you can just copy that and then put it in your browser and get the file back. You can also download it. You can pin a file, which is that in the display of the research object to the public, you can highlight some of the files that you've uploaded. In this case, I don't need to pin anything, it's just 2 files, so this is relatively easy. So then I say, next step. It has already found the co-authors on the paper and also identified whether they are OrgID members. So that's the case for Julia and for me. And what we can do then is we can add emails and fill out the roles that everybody played in the research. So for myself, it was conceptualization, I did formal analysis, so this is the credit taxonomy here, funding acquisition, investigation, method, project, supervision, validation, and I definitely also did a lot of writing. And then I can fill in my email address. And then I'm going to do that for my co-authors as well. But for now, I'm just going to skip this step to save some time. In the next step, I can claim badges for my research object. And the 3 options that I have here that are recommended are open data, open code, and scientific manuscript. So I definitely have open data, so I'm going to claim that. And it says, yeah, just make sure that you actually have included data and that the data is shared in an open file format that does not require paywall software such as a CSV file. So that's the case. So I can claim this badge. I didn't upload code, but I have a scientific manuscript. And for this, it just needs to have a title, author, affiliations, abstract, main text, references, and it must obviously be scientific content. So that's the case as well. So I can claim this badge. Then I press on continue, and now I have an overview. I can see everything that I have here. Looks good to me, and now I'm ready to publish. And the final thing I have to do is specify the license under which I want to share that. So MIT is fine for code. I don't even have code. CC BY is fine for the content that I shared. So then I can just say publish with my org ID. So I'm going to do that. And in a few seconds, my research is going to be publicly available and I can share it with the public. Okay, so it's done. And now it takes a second. Okay, so now my research has been publicly shared and a number of really cool things has happened. So our AI tools actually calculated the novelty scores for the manuscript that I shared. And turns out that this manuscript that I shared actually has a relatively high content and context novelty score. The algorithm has automatically extracted the topics from the manuscript. So I'm just looking at it. Does this look okay? Yes, it does. It has also extracted keywords automatically. Pure mathematics, definitely not the case. I also don't think mathematics is appropriate here. But the other ones, they actually look okay. And it has also identified that this paper was actually previously published in Economica. And that's correct. I can go there, I can check it out, or I can just verify that this was the case. Yes, it was. And then I can share this very easily by clicking on the share button. So I have a link now that I can share. I can also automatically share it on my LinkedIn account or on Twitter. I can write an email about it. But one thing that I wanted to show you, which is actually really cool, is the produce submission package option. So if I click that, then it basically creates a submission package, which is my manuscript plus a title page that has a link to my research object and the badges that I have already claimed and got validated for this. And by having this cover page, I can now actually put that on other preprint servers, or I can submit it to a journal. If I wouldn't have published this before, I could submit it to a journal. And what this would do is it would tell the editors and the referees right away that this is more than just a manuscript, that it comes with data that the referees and the editor can check out. And this is very easy. I can just download my submission package. I can send a copy to my co-authors, and that's basically it. Now I have this nice submission package. I can also look at the uploaded files. So I now have a preview of the file that I uploaded here, the data file. And it's now very easy for me to actually update my research object. So let's say if I forgot a file, or I have a new version of a manuscript or of the data file, or I have any additional materials that I want to share, such as referee reports or whatever, I can just click on Add New Files, Upload File, or New Folder. And then once I've done that, I just publish the changes. And what this will do is will create a new version of my research object. So you see here on the top that there is this version tracker. And by doing that, I can actually work completely in the open. I can basically create a track record of how my research has been proceeding over time by adding new versions and new files over time. And then everybody will see when they go back in the version history what happened at what point in time and how I actually arrived at my final results. And that's, of course, that's really nice because it actually lets everybody understand exactly what happened. And this type of transparency is also highly appreciated by referees and by editors. So it actually improves their publication chances. And with that, I'm going to leave it for today.